Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you live from a whitefish, Montana. We have snow on the ground. We got some earlier this week. It was awesome. It's not really melting because it's cold, but more is not coming yet. So hopefully soon we get more snow because we like snow. My parents aren't thrilled about it coming from Arizona, but we like snow. So I'm here today. It's not my normal day, and I will be sending out messages as to what I'm going to pick a day, get back to it weekly, so you can set your alarm and be here and not be wondering when is she ever going to do another live. So we're going to start with a regular Paper Pumpkin Playdate. Again, it is January, so let's do it, although we are doing the December kit because look, it's still in the plastic. And I've seen pictures. It looks really amazing. So let's do that. Let me make sure I'm where I want to be. Here we go. My mouse is all over the place. Let's send out. So I have a chat and messenger called Heads Up from June to let you know that I am going live, but I haven't done it in a while. So if you want to be added to that heads up so that you don't know, because maybe Facebook doesn't always give you the notices, then just let me know in the comments and I will add you to that list. We do have to be friends first, so you'll want to friend request me as a personal thing under June Olson, and then I can add you to that messenger and let you know when I am going live. That way it's not a surprise. So it is showing up on Facebook, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and switch cameras and get started. So with your very first kit, you get a clear block, and then you can do it either as a subscription. It's an all-inclusive kit, so all you need is a pair of scissors. Everything else is in the kit that you need to make the cards as designed. So we'll see how the time goes. I do have my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine next to me in case we want to whip out a couple extras while we're on here today. All right, and then we can get started. So let's get rid of that stuff. All right, so now besides the kits, the new spring ones that are coming out are this one, Hearts for You. Subscription ends tomorrow, today. Today is the last day to subscribe for this Hearts for You kit. So champagne foil elevates these romantic cards. So it's going to be very pretty, very Valentine's-y for sure. Or you might even be able to use them for, say, anniversaries, things like that. So you've got this. This is the January kit. And today is the last day to subscribe or do a prepaid order. Now it is celebration time. And we've got the celebration catalog walkthrough. I don't know where my catalog is right now. It's getting ready for the catalog walkthrough tomorrow at 6 p.m. Looks like I've got my head cut off. And so then you'll be able to see everything in it. But one of the things, and I don't have the new write-up, is if you do prepaid subscriptions, you can get the free celebration items. All right, and I will get that write-up done and posted so you can see what that is. But for every $60 you spend, you get a free item from the celebration brochure, and prepaid Paper Pumpkin kits count. So the more months you do, you can do 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, or 12 month. Of course, if you can do the 12 month at $250, you get a whole lot of free stuff for that. Plus you get the Stampin' Rewards, because Stampin' Rewards start at $150. So I'll do the graphic. I'll fix that graphic. I forgot about that. I'll fix that graphic and I'll get it posted so that you can see what that is exactly. This is about the time of year every year that I do my annual subscription so that I get all those free things. So I'll get that posted for you. So this is the last day today to subscribe for the Hearts for You January one. This is the February one. Looks like some bees because here we've got some honey. It says kit comes in a beautiful floral box. So it's going to have those wonderful daisies on it. Daisy Daydream from February 11th to March 10th. Oh, that's not the next one. This is the next one. Hello Spring from January 11th to February 10th. And then this is the March kit. So we have all of those coming out. So this is gardeny. This is bees and flowers. And then we have the Hearts for You subscription today is the last day. And then we have the add-on. So once you are a subscriber, you can go into the online store and you can get the add-on, which has been all of last year, and so I'm guessing possibly this year, has been dies. And here are the dies. So here's the heart. You can see how big it is. It's a pretty good size. I'm not 100% sure what this is. It looks kind of like grasses. So here's grasses, but it's really big, so we'll have to see. And then we have this one. Again, I'm not 100% sure what these two are supposed to be. We have a bee and the honeycomb. So that's going to be super cute. It's just cutting the outline of them. And then you can do it cuts two things for the heart. It cuts the scalloped edge and it cuts a straight edge. So January, February, March, it all comes in one, I think it's $12, I want to say. And so this will be able to be used, and I'll use them for future alternates when we start getting those kits. So the December, oh, and I just put that away. The December one, let me grab that. I was thinking I was doing January. So this is the fall, the fourth quarter dies, and they coordinate then with today's kit. I'm guessing it's going to be this leaf because the Mary went with Christmas. The tag could be for anything. And so these are great to keep because they're very universal. You have hooray, love, and thanks, and Mary. Lots of different words. You have lots of different floral things, and you have some sentiment pieces. You have the butterfly and the flowers, and this one actually cuts out the stamp that was in one of those kits. I don't remember exactly which one. And then you have the tag. So let's see what we've got here. It's Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to grab my Blackberry Bliss. All right. One of my all-time favorite colors. Absolutely. All right. And then we have Just a Note. Thank you, congrats, hello, happy birthday, best of luck, lots of love, get well soon. That pretty much has you covered. All right. I think they have these in the online store. And so when you're a subscriber and you have your Paper Pumpkin subscription, you can order not just the add-ons, but you can order past kits or past refills. Past kit refills. So we always come all nice and done up in a wonderful Paper Pumpkin in the tissue paper, and then we're all wrapped up so that you don't lose anything and it doesn't get shifted all over your box. We're going to go ahead and pull this out like that. I'm going to move the box away, and we will work on this. All right. I had a question for you. Hi, Missy. And Missy, of course, is going to answer no to this because currently she's not standing a lot. But I stand a lot. I stand a lot for my teaching in the morning, and then for crafting, and then for doing my lives. So my question is, when you stand, do you find you put your feet in weird positions? Like sometimes I'll find them crossed, you know, crossed over. Sometimes I'll find one foot further ahead than the other. Sometimes I find them open, kind of like my ballet stance. Sometimes my feet are just separated out. Do you ever like stop and think, where are my feet? And think, wow, how is that comfortable? That's what I've been noticing when I teach in the mornings. And like right now, I had my feet kind of crossed. And I was thinking, what am I doing? All right, so we have our tear and tape. We have some dimensionals. and bling, very pretty bling. All right, let's go ahead and bring this. So this is just so that you know how it goes. All right, so like if you put it in something, you can have that in there and then you know how it goes together. I typically just leave these in the box until the box is empty, but we have that. All right, and then here are our cards. Very beautiful, very elegant. So I asked you on the 30-minute notice, do you prefer elegant cards? No weird positions, but you do sway. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I sometimes sway too unconsciously, especially when I'm teaching. When I'm doing this, I'm so concentrated here that I don't think I sway. You'll have to tell me. I've never paid attention. So I asked earlier if you liked elegant cards or cute cards, because to me these are very elegant. And then up above here I asked, what did I ask? I asked if you liked straight edge cards or fun shaped cards. So today's aren't necessarily fun shaped, but they are scalloped edged. All right, and it looks like there's, so I don't know if you can tell, there's another color on here to kind of make it look old. It's really hard to tell in this light. Can you see that? It's hard to tell even in my own light. It's just a very faint color. So they're all the same card bases. So we have 3 cards that we're going to do, 3 different styles. So I like to open it up. We have our no fail instructions. I just open it up to this one where it's got 1, 2, 3, and it shows me what ingredients go for which card. And so see here the fern leaf, they go together. All right, so let's look and see. We've got 3 different cards we're going to do, and then we'll see what time it is and whether we have time for another. I've got another appointment at 2 o'clock that'll take a little while to get to, so I don't have unlimited time today. And then look, here's the green envelope. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put those underneath like this. And then we're going to look at, we're going to grab the flowers. All right, and so there's different sheets for each one. So this, oh, that's a nice big fern leaf. Wowza. These are pretty good sized cards. These are bigger than normal cards. Let's see, what are their measurements? They are 8.5 by 5.5. They are not bigger. They sure look bigger, don't they? They look huge. I thought for sure they were bigger. They're the usual size, 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, well, June, what do you know? Nothing at all, apparently. All right, so we want to poke out any of these things. And I don't know where my, let me get my take your pick tool. Here it is. Earlier I was doing a video, a card club video, and I could not find my take your pick tool. So, all right, and then these blackberries. Ooh, do you like blackberries? I love blackberries. Oh, I love all berries, especially huckleberries. These are kind of huckleberry color, but huckleberries look more like little little blueberries instead of the multi-seeded berries. All right, so we have those, and then we're gonna go with sentiment pieces. So I'll put the extras over there. We need this one. All right, so this is card 1, card 2, card 3. Let's keep them straight, June. So this one goes over here. This one goes over here, and the circle goes over here. And I love when they give us some extras, and it looks like they have some extras in here. And then, ooh, these are stickers, so I'm not going to pull them off yet. Where's my scissors? Oh, under there. So I'm going to cut them because they're for the front of your envelope. So I'm going to cut them apart since they're stickers instead of just sticking them on yet, like this. go. They go with each one. And then of course you've got enough for all your envelopes. And then we have some vellum. So let's pull one of these out. Here we go. We have, it looks like, one on each. All right. And the vellum is also what helps make it elegant. You've never had huckleberries? Ugh, they're really good. Apparently Montana is not the only place that can grow huckleberries. You can't farm them. They've tried to farm them. You can't farm them. You can only get them wild. They're typically in the mountains. The bears love them too. But apparently they have them up in Canada as well. And they have them elsewhere. But not everybody calls them huckleberries, and Montana just likes to really promote them and promote all kinds of huckleberry things. So you could keep this, but if you were trying to use this as a stencil, this would all come up. So I'm not even going to worry about trying to keep it because it's too delicate to use. All right, let's get started with card 1. Have you made yours yet, Missy? All right, so here's one. It's a birthday card. So we're going to move this stuff over. All right, we're going to move these out of the way. And just bring in this. We only have one little bit of stamping to do. So let's see, is this one big enough? Yep, that one's big enough. So we're going to pull off this piece. Hang on to it because you want to make sure to put that back so it doesn't collect all the dust. We're going to use the happy birthday, peel that off. Lay that down so you can read it and then use your block to pick it up. And I use these blocks instead of the block that comes with it. You can see it's just a little thinner, and then I have different sizes, or this is a little thicker and I have different sizes. So you want to just ink that up, center it there, hold it down a little bit. Don't press too hard because then it squishes out the letters, but you want the ink to be able to sink in. All right. Not yet? You haven't played with it yet? All right. Let's see. Okay, I ate just a little while ago, and I guess I ate too fast in a hurry for this, for this live. And now it's barking back. Here we go. All right. I had the last of the green chili chicken enchilada casserole that I made for my son. All right, so here we go. So we do have one flat edge, of course, and then we have our scalloped edges. And now we're going to put tear and tape across, across the back. So we're going to lay this down and do this. And we want it peeking out the sides. But it's showing here that the vellum is on each side, so I want it here like this. And then we're going to use our tear and tape to stick it down. Making sure not to go across that because it'll be seen. And then do another piece over here. That's an ingenious way to do that. I'm not sure I would have thought of that. All right, then we're going to use this side to pick that right up, like that. There we go. All right, and then we're going to do, are we doing that? Yep. We're laying it flat on there. And then we're putting the dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to go ahead and use one that I've already started instead of starting a new one, because sometimes those little ones get sent out to people. All right, whoop. There we go. And it's going to go, whoops, over here like that. A little bit of that showing. All right, and then we're going to use our bling. Bling, bling, bling. Sounds yummy. Oh, Missy, it is yummy. It's a lot of work, so I made Kitar do most of the work. He and Ron grilled the chicken, and then they both shredded the chicken, because yeah, it's shredded chicken. And that just takes a lot of work to use those forks to shred. I did try one time to put it in the food processor, but it made it mush. So we decided we really like the shredded chunks and stuff. But I made them do it all because it's a lot of work, and they're the ones that really wanted it. So I said, you want it? You do the chicken and I'll do the rest. Well, in the end, I ended up teaching Kitar how to make it again, because he's made it once before. But it was pretty funny because he's like, yeah, I remember this was a lot of work. I said, yes, it is. I said, but if you're willing to do the chicken, I'm willing to do the rest. So they did. And then we also made pumpkin cheesecake from scratch. And I also ended up teaching him how to do that. It's not necessarily as much work, but apparently I didn't cook it enough, or I used arrowroot instead of flour because we ran out of the Bob's Red Mill flour, and we don't have regular flour because I'm gluten-free. And so, yeah, so that was funny because then the center didn't get cooked. So apparently arrowroot is not a good replacement for flour in cheesecake. So I told everyone last night when we were having dinner or dessert, my dad and my mom and my husband, and I said, well, I guess you'll have to wait, because they were saying how good it was. I said, you'll have to wait until Kitar comes home again, because he's the only one that rates a cheesecake. My dad was not particularly thrilled about that whole idea. So we're going to put this on here like that. I think I got it straight. All right, and that is our card. How beautiful is that? Super pretty, very elegant looking, and lots to write inside, lots of room to write inside. All right, but a very special card. So let's go ahead and do our second one. I'm going to go ahead and put the sticker on the front. You could even keep this and do it as a border around something. You could trim this down if you wanted to make it even. I would do it before you take this out when it's sturdier. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. What a cool idea. All right, so we're going to take this off. We're going to fold this in half. I wish you could see the little, I don't know if it's a off-white. It sort of makes it look like, what is that paper called, Missy? Help me out. That special paper like you might use for kind of textury that you might use for wedding invitations or your resume. I can't think of the word of it, but that's what this makes me think of. It's just so faint, it's hard to know for sure if it's there, and it's just not really showing up in the camera. All right, so we're gonna stamp again. This is card 2, just a note. So we're gonna take out our just a note, set that right there, pick it up with a block, and grab our ink and put the just a note right there. So you want to make sure to ink that up pretty good. Set it down, hold it just a moment so that the ink can sink in. The sticker is the same color. No, the sticker is just white. It doesn't have that stuff on it. It's just plain white. So I can't think of, it's like on the tip of my tongue. Isn't that how it always goes? There's a type of paper, it's a specialty kind of paper. It almost looks like it's textured, but it's not. It's just the multicoloredness of it. So again, we're going to put this like this. All right, and then use our tear and tape. This is a cool idea to use the tear and tape like that. I'm not sure what I thought. Ooh, I almost got it too high. So make sure you don't get it too high. And then across the bottom a bit. Ooh, almost got it off the edges. So don't cut it too long. I'm cutting it a little long. All right. So, whoop. I like to use this end to kind of rub it down. And then this end to pick it up. So, I can't think of what it's called. Parchment, yes! Thank you, Donna. Parchment paper. That is the word I was looking for. I could not think it, because don't you sometimes do wedding invitations on parchment? No, not the parchment paper we cook with or anything, but the other kind of parchment paper. I think that's what it is. All right. So now we're just going to set this in here like that. Wow, these are super simple yet so elegant. I like them. All right, we're gonna do 3. Yeah, I think parchment's the word, but it's not the white stuff that you cook with. It comes in all different colors of, usually muted colors, to make it more elegant. All right, so we're just gonna do this one right here. Let's see. I'm kind of going to do it over this way a little bit. All right, and then we want our gems. Hi, Johanna. Always inspiration. Oh, I'm just making them as designed right now. Just doing it as designed. All right, so the inspiration is all Stampin' Up, not me. All right, there we go, and then we'll do another one down there. All right, so pretty, so elegant. The vellum really just makes it a step up, and then that look to make it kind of look like parchment. But I wish you could see it because it's just very interesting. It's not white, it's white with kind of a yellowish off-white swishes in it. I don't even know how to describe it. I wish the camera would pick it up, but I mean, I can barely see it with my own eyes. It's just so faint. I don't think you can see it at all. And if you do see it, you might be thinking that's not what it is, but that is what it is, because that's what I was looking at. I was like, wait a second, is that really on there? Am I seeing things or what? So if you've gotten this kit, then go run and look at your kit and then tell me what you think, because I'm curious. All right, let's go ahead and do the sticker on the envelope again. Super cool. All right, then we're going to stamp, and this time we're stamping congrats. All right, congrats. Nice and short, kind of fun. All right, congrats. Of course, some of the other ones are longer and they will fit on here. All right, let's make sure I didn't just misspeak on that. Yeah, you couldn't think of the word parchment. Yeah, I couldn't either, Missy. I couldn't either. So thank you fits on there. Lots of love fits on there, and best of luck fits on there. So it's big enough for all the sentiments. We're going to turn this over just like the others. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at where they place these. On the leaf I got it wrong, but I'm looking at where they place these. And for this one, it is on each side of that stem. Like that. Not a whole lot peeking out, just enough. If you wanted more peeking out, you could totally find a way to make more peek out. But as you know, for my first card, I typically just follow the directions as is. Every now and then I'll go a little bit rogue. you know, like on the placement of that last sentiment piece. But for the most part, I make the first set of cards as they design it, and then I go rogue and make my alternates. Okay, so that I got a little bit long, so we're going to go a little bit up this way instead. There we go. Still holds it on. All right, oops. That just kind of rubs it down. And it's easier because that's just a rounded edge. All right, and then we'll pop this up. Oh, come on. Stuck it down really good. And then over here, there we go. And then we're going to turn it around. Always make sure it opens on the right because none of these cards were this way. It's too big. So we're going to do that. Oh, I forgot to pop that out. I didn't see that until just now. There we go. So it's just vellum behind it. And we're going to do this like that. And then the congrats is on the dimensionals. And I love that everything is just in the kit. All you have to do is add scissors and a take your pick tool, but you don't have to have a take your pick tool. It's just a very handy tool to have. And then we're going to put that across here like that. And then add our bling. That's where the take your pick tool is handy. You can use your scissors as a tip if you want. I just don't like to use my scissors except for what I intend them for. That's a personal preference of kind of how I grew up. My mom was very particular about scissors. Paper scissors were strictly for paper. Kitchen scissors were strictly for kitchen. Ribbon scissors were strictly for ribbon. Sewing scissors were strictly for sewing. So that's just how I grew up. So that's kind of what stuck. All right, and then do another one down there. All right, this is really pretty bling. It's not smooth, it's faceted, and then it looks like it has glitter inside of it. So it's really pretty. I'm sure there's a name for it, but they don't name everything off. They just show you what's in the kit, but they don't have a name for it. I'm sure if you wanted to do more digging, you could probably, and I could probably figure out if it's something that we sell regularly. So if you want to know more about what these gems are, there's a possibility that we sell the gems. Sometimes they use gems that we sell. Sometimes they use gems that are strictly for paper pumpkin. So here are the cards as designed. All right, as designed. And then the envelopes. All right, so there you have it. So it's only $12.33. I'm going to go ahead and do one alternate, but I'm going to keep it super simple. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to emboss one of these and see how that looks, because that would be a good way to just step it up a little bit by embossing it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use the berries because I like the berries, and they kind of already have a little texture look to them because they're berries. All right, so let's take a look at this and let's think, what embossing folder could we use for this? I'm thinking. All right, so let's see. We have the Falling Leaves one, which is on the last chance list, but it's still available. But I'm thinking maybe not that one. That one might have been good for one of the others. I don't want the metal plate. The cane weave basket. Ooh, that could be really cool because you pick berries and you put them in a basket, right? What do you think? Let me give you two options. So we can do the cane weave. There's the eyelet. And then of course there's my new favorite, the exposed brick. All right, which one do you think we should use with our berries? Let's have you choose. Tell me which one you think. Do we want to go with the cane weave 3D embossing folder, the eyelet embossing folder, or the exposed brick? While I gather the other items for this card, I'm going to let you think about it and tell me which one you think we should go with. So, Missy likes the third card best, the berries. Yep, that's kind of why I went ahead and chose that for my alternate card. All right, now I just need your help figuring out which embossing folder. I mean, I have many other embossing folders, but I just kind of feel like these three are the ones that would work really good. Let's see, this one was a straight. Okay, you like the third card. Missy says the exposed brick. Anyone else want to weigh in? Donna, Johanna? This is the exposed brick. So it looks kind of like old brick. And we have the eyelet. How many of us grew up on eyelet? I grew up on eyelet. I had an eyelet dress or two. And then the cane weave basket. All right. So we've got one vote for the brick. Anyone else want to weigh in and make any suggestions? Let's see, we can do it this way too, where you can see what it might look like on there. All right, so like that. Donna says the brick. All right, here's the eyelet. There's the eyelet, might make it look a little lacy. And then the basket, the cane weave. Cane weave. It's not really basket, I guess it's cane weave. Okay, nope, I don't like the cane weave. That one's out. It kind of helps to hold it over the paper to see what it's going to look like. All right, so we've got 2 votes for the brick. Anyone else want to weigh in between the exposed brick or the eyelet? All right, it looks like everyone's going for the brick. All right, we got 2 votes for the brick, so I'm going to go with your choice of the brick, which really is one of my favorites. I use it a lot. I have a class this evening at 6, in-person class, and I had to get things prepped and ready, and I had to use this one a lot because apparently I used this one a lot for when I made the cards. So let's go ahead and bring in our machine, and for die cutting, or not die cutting, for embossing folders you want to use plate 1 and 4. So I'm going to stick that in here. Now normally you want to send it through with the fold first, but in this case obviously that would tear up the card. So we're going to turn it sideways, and as long as you're not doing that all the time with it, you're okay to do it occasionally for something like this. So then we're going to send it on through. All right. Now sometimes if I was doing a landscape card, then I could have stuck it in from the bottom and run it through. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that the greatest? I just really, this has become my favorite one. Even, oh, I didn't even know that was on there. The painters, painting 3D, something like that. That one was my favorite, but it's gone. It's sold out and is not coming back. So this has become my favorite because it's very universal, you know, because you can, yeah, it's just so universal. All right, so then we're going to go ahead, and so this is just a simple alternate, and we're just going to put that there. And just the rest of it, I'm going to do the same, except I'm going to use a different sentiment. All right. Oop, hair. Don't want hair. Don't need hair in our cards. All right, and I'm going to go this one right there. Woo, almost got it too long again. All right. Oh, nope, don't need that yet. I'm pulling on a side that's already got no lid on it. That doesn't work. All right, so here we go. So for any of these, you could add an embossing folder, and you've already stepped it up and changed the look of it. Look at that. Woo! And you could put these on dimensionals. All right, you could totally put those on dimensionals. I could have easily done that. All right, that looks super cool. And then I'm going to use a different sentiment on here. Let's see, best of luck, lots of love. I think I'm going to go with the lots of love. I can always use that sentiment for family and friends and even teammates. All right, I love my teammates. I was a little grumpy on Saturday, and I got together with my card club, and they just changed my whole outlook on everything. I was overtired and I was late. I'd slept. I didn't hear my alarm, and I slept over, and oh my gosh, I was just in a panic and frustrated with the family, and the girls just made me feel all better. I was laughing and having a blast within moments of getting on that Zoom, and I am so appreciative of those ladies. Let me tell you, they are lights in my life. Here we go, and Missy is one of them. All right, here we go. Lots of love. Oh, isn't that just great? Didn't that just step up that card a lot? Look at that. It's just a different look. It still looks great. It's just a different look. Oh, let's put some bling on there. All right. So we're gonna do this one down here. All right. Then we'll do this one. I'm going to put it up there on the flatter area just to help make sure it sticks. So a little further away. But there you go. I mean, essentially the same card. All we did, the only thing we did different, change the sentiment and add embossing. That's it. And it just changed the whole feel of that card. It is the Blackberry Bliss. The Blackberry Bliss, which is the color of our blackberries. Blackberry Bliss. Absolutely one of my all-time favorite colors. I was so excited when they brought it back. That had been one of my things that I said, oh, I wish they'd bring it back. I wish they'd bring it back. And then they did. And I'm so happy and pleased because it's just a beautiful, gorgeous, yummy color. The camera doesn't do it justice, I'm telling you. It doesn't. It's kind of a dark, deep, purpley wine color. Yeah, like blackberries. Blackberry Bliss, blackberries. All right. So I could go through and I could emboss other cards with different backgrounds, but you get the idea that this is just a simple alternate. You don't have to have a ton of supplies. If you already have embossing folders, use what you have. If you have your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or some other die cutting machine, you can use the folders on that. Just make sure your sandwich is for a 3D embossing folder, okay? So this is using 3D embossing folders. If you have a standard embossing folder, your sandwich is going to be different. So make sure you pay attention to this. Or if you don't have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine from Stampin' Up, whatever die cut machine you have, there will be recipes for your sandwiches of the different items, the standard embossing folders and the 3D. All right, so you can make that happen so that you can use any embossing folder from any company. All right, so I'm going to call it a day for today because I have that other appointment I have to get ready for with my folks. and we will see you again next week. I will let you know what day. Wednesdays doesn't seem to be working out, so it may be that I'm moving Paper Pumpkin to either Monday or Friday, because those seem to be days that don't get interfered very often with doctor's appointments and things like that. So that's just life when you are taking care of your parents or helping take care of parents. So thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I also wanted to real quick, the Creative Escape virtual retreat, I still have openings and you still have time. The price did go up to $95, $10 more, and you have until January 15th. After January 15th, it'll be closed because I have to get the rest of the orders in so that you get your swag bags. I have to get everything mailed out, and I will be mailing it in a priority box so that we should be safe. Of course, you know, weather I don't control, but the sooner I get it out, the better. So you have until the 15th of January to subscribe. If you want the link, let me know and I will send you the link. You can message me or you can comment below. And then remember, today is the last day for the Hearts for You Paper Pumpkin, and it's Celebration. So for every $60 you spend, you get a free item out of the Celebration brochure that I don't seem to have on my counter, but we'll have next time. So take care, and I will see you all next time, next week.